So how do you choose the right LED machine for you? Firstly, let's look into what different types of LED devices there are and the pros and cons of each. But before I go on, if you would like to schedule in a no obligation call with myself to learn more, send me a message or call the number I've posted in the description. Okay, so as a salon owner, there's three main categories of LED that you should know about. Firstly, there's the home devices. From small handheld devices to masks, the popularity of at-home treatments are on the rise. And the benefits of these devices are that they are cheap and simple to use. You can grab them from anywhere between $50 to $1,000, usually just an on-off button, and generally the masks you can select between different colours. They can switch off automatically after 20 minutes. Some masks have many colours to choose from, which are designed to target different skin conditions. And though the choice is great, some of the colours aren't backed by science in proving that they actually get the claimed results. In fact, there are no independent scientific studies on these masks. The only studies that have been done have been sponsored by the manufacturer, and one of these studies did show that the masks helped to reduce non-inflammatory lesions by 19.5%, but that was with daily use for 12 weeks. So not only is it unrealistic to expect a client to come in every day for 12 weeks to only get a 19.5% improvement, the study compared it to a professional LED device that reduced non-inflammatory lesions by 75%. Manufacturers of the masks suggest 4 to 5 treatments every week or even daily for a month or longer to see results. I don't know how much money and how much free time your clients have, but if you add up the cost of all those sessions, why wouldn't your client just purchase the mask for themselves? Though the masks are cheap, they really are only designed for at-home use. On top of this, some masks can be really heavy and uncomfortable and put a lot of pressure on the nose. It's not ideal for claustrophobic clients. You'd need to keep on top of charging the mask regularly because you wouldn't want it to run out of power mid-treatment. There's no eye protection, no option of pulsing light. It's not suitable for the body and you can't customize your treatments. If you're going to use an LED mask in your salon, set realistic expectations for your clients and your prices should reflect that too. You can't be buying a $500 home use mask and be charging the same as someone who has purchased a professional $10,000 machine. I wouldn't recommend using a mask in salon because results would be slow and it would require an unrealistic amount of daily sessions before seeing results. You need to look after your brand and provide great results in a quick time frame. That's why they are coming to you as the professional after all. The next category of LED machines are quite the opposite in size to the home devices. They are the saunas and solarium beds. The solarium beds aren't actually UV for tanning, but they use the same shell of the bed and they are installed with LED bulbs. Usually they're red LED beds, and they cover the whole body, so it's great to treat everything at once, and red is the most popular colour. If you love saunas, it sounds great getting the extra benefits of LED at the same time. Price-wise, you can get them for anywhere between $1,000 to $10,000, perhaps more, though it's usually for only one colour like red or near infrared, so you're more limited with your treatments. I've been studying a lot on the safety of LED, and long story short, because I can really go down the rabbit hole with clinical studies, but I don't want to bore you. LED with excessive heat and excessive power is actually detrimental. It may induce MMP, which is matrix metalloproteinase, which creates wrinkles in the skin amongst other cell damage. Science has proven that LED is beneficial up until a certain amount of power and heat, and then the benefits stagnate and then it actually causes damage and you would have been better off with no LED treatment in the first place. Excessive heat in general, even without LED, has been proven to contribute to premature aging. So power output above 100 milliwatts per centimetre squared on the skin is when hyperthermia or an increase in heat in the tissues can occur and MMP can be induced. You need to also keep the skin under 40 degrees Celsius. There's LED beds that boast up to 150 milliwatts per centimetre squared. You would need to contact the manufacturer to discover just how much of that is being absorbed into the skin, because the further away you are from the bulbs, the fewer milliwatts are being absorbed into the skin. If it ends up being below 100 milliwatts, then that should be fine. The thing that concerns me would be the heat that they generate, because even small LED devices can generate a decent amount of heat. And if you've ever been in a tanning bed before, you know how hot it can get in there. Saunas, obviously, I'm concerned about the heat factor too and how that affects premature aging. It's also hard to tell just how much of the power output is being absorbed into the skin. I'm seeing one brand advertised at 5,000 milliwatts, but you can't really know just how much of that is being absorbed into the skin because of the distance the client would be sitting from the bulbs. Other thing with beds and saunas, as I mentioned just before, is that they are really big. So if you want to provide this in your salon or spa, you'd probably need a room dedicated to it. More information is needed to be concrete when it comes to LED saunas and beds. They might be okay if your skin remains under 40 degrees with less than 100 milliwatts per centimetre squared being absorbed into the skin. I personally wouldn't use an LED sauna or bed on myself unless I had those exact specifications and had full confidence that it was within those parameters. Otherwise, I run the risk of causing myself damage and creating wrinkles, and I don't need any help with that. The last category are the professional LEDs. You'll see these in most reputable skin clinics and salons. Now, these can vary greatly in price from $9,000 to $50,000 plus. There's literally thousands of clinical studies that prove the benefits and safety of these devices. The main things that set the professional LEDs apart from each other would be what wavelengths do they provide? Do they offer just the two most popular colours, which are red and blue? Or do they also have the latest, which is near infrared? Some have yellow and green, which really haven't been studied. There's some studies for yellow, but there's mixed findings. There's some devices where you can make a combination of different colours at the same time, and there's other devices where you have to change the whole head of the machine depending on what colour you want to use. Another thing to look for in a professional LED is if it provides the option of pulsing light or if it's just continuous. You'll know because you'll be able to adjust the hertz. Pulsing light, although there's still some mixed reviews, generally studies are in favour of using pulse light, stating that it increases the absorption of the light into the skin. You should also look for a device where you can adjust the power output manually as well, because the more you can customise, the more you can tailor your treatments for each individual client. You'll also want to make sure that the design of the LED is flexible enough, whereby you can use it anywhere on the body as well as the face. There's some where you can't adjust the shape of the head, and that will affect if it will fit over certain body parts or not. It will also affect the distance the bulbs are to the skin, which, as we now know, affects the power being absorbed by the skin. So find a device with a head that you can adjust the shape of so it can be snug around the face or body for more controlled, even treatments. Brand names. So brand names play a big role in the price of the machine. There's some that are $30,000, $50,000 that achieve similar results to the $10,000 machine. A good supplier who perhaps doesn't have that same exposure in the industry as these expensive brand names should be able to help you bring in paying clients by providing you with excellent marketing support, which leads me to the final thing to look for with professional LEDs. A good supplier will include the LED as part of a package. Incredible marketing support, technical support, and clinical support. So if you ever get a tricky client, for example, the supplier is there to help you. If you need any help looking at LED devices or just need any more information of what I've discussed, I've posted my phone number in the description. Feel free to give me a call.